9 surprising products that will help you survive the next crisis. When Hurricane Ian tore through Florida, Sarah's family faced the unimaginable -12 days without power, clean water, or access to basic supplies. Yet, while their neighbors struggled to get by, Sarah's family not only survived but stayed remarkably prepared and calm. The secret? It wasn't expensive survival gear or high-tech gadgets. It was 9 simple, everyday household items that most people overlook, toss out, or never think twice about. What's even more surprising? These items are probably sitting in your kitchen, bathroom, or junk drawer right now. They're not flashy, they're not expensive, and they're definitely not what you'd expect to see in a survival kit. But they work. In fact, emergency responders and survival experts quietly rely on these same products, even though they rarely talk about them publicly. And here's the kicker, you can get all 9 of these life-saving items for less than $75. That's right, staying prepared doesn't have to break the bank. In this video, I'm going to reveal the full list of these surprising survival essentials, explain why they're so effective, and show you how they could make all the difference when the next crisis hits. Let's dive in, you won't want to miss this. 1. Honey, the timeless survival superfood. Imagine this, archaeologists unearth a 3,000-year-old tomb, crack open a sealed jar, and find honey inside still perfectly edible. Not spoiled, not degraded, just as fresh as the day it was stored. Honey is nature's ultimate time capsule, a food that literally never expires. Its unique chemistry, low moisture content, high acidity, and natural hydrogen peroxide production creates an environment where bacteria and mold simply cannot survive. While most foods come with expiration dates, honey defies time itself, making it an invaluable asset in any survival situation. But honey isn't just a sweet treat, it's a powerhouse of survival utility. Ancient civilizations used it as medicine, and modern science backs up their instincts. Research published in the International Wound Journal confirms that raw honey is a natural antibiotic. When applied to cuts, burns, or infected wounds, it pulls moisture from the area, suffocates harmful bacteria, and forms a protective barrier that promotes healing. Unlike antibiotic creams that expire and lose potency, honey's medicinal properties remain intact indefinitely. Take Maria's story during the 2021 Texas freeze. Her family ran out of first aid supplies by day 3, and her son developed an infected scrape. Remembering her grandmother's advice, she applied raw honey to the wound. Within 24 hours, the redness and swelling had decreased. By day 5, the wound was completely healed. Honey's benefits don't stop at wound care. In high-stress situations, your brain consumes up to 25% more glucose than normal. Honey provides an immediate energy boost, delivering glucose and fructose directly into your bloodstream. This isn't just about physical stamina, it's about mental clarity. In a crisis, clear thinking can mean the difference between life and death. And then there's the psychological comfort. During prolonged emergencies, morale can plummet. A spoonful of honey in bitter herbal tea or eaten straight from the jar can provide a moment of sweetness that lifts your spirits. It's a small but powerful reminder of normalcy and hope. To maximize its benefits, always choose raw, unfiltered honey. The processed stuff in plastic bears loses many of the enzymes, antioxidants, and medicinal compounds that make honey extraordinary. Store it in sealed glass jars in a cool, dry place. Even if it crystallizes over time, a gentle warming will return it to liquid form without compromising its properties. Honey isn't just a pantry staple, it's a survival essential. From medicine to energy to morale, this golden elixir is worth its weight in gold when disaster strikes. 2. Aluminum foil, the survival multi-tool. Most people see aluminum foil as a kitchen staple, perfect for wrapping leftovers or lining baking trays. But in the world of survival, aluminum foil is nothing short of a miracle tool. Its versatility and practicality make it an essential item for anyone preparing for emergencies. Let's start with its ability to reflect heat. Aluminum foil can reflect up to 97% of radiant heat, a property that becomes invaluable during cold weather crises. During last year's ice storms in the southern United States, families with wood-burning stoves discovered a game-changing hack. By creating simple reflectors from heavy-duty aluminum foil and placing them behind their stoves, they were able to direct heat more efficiently throughout their homes. This reduced fuel consumption by up to 40%, extending their supplies for days or even weeks. But heat reflection is just the beginning. Aluminum foil can also enhance communication during emergencies. When cell towers are damaged or overloaded, signal strength becomes a critical issue. A simple parabolic reflector made from foil can boost your phone's signal. By shaping a large sheet of foil into a shallow dish and positioning it behind your phone, you can focus radio waves and potentially turn a no-signal situation into a successful emergency call. Search and rescue teams have confirmed the effectiveness of this technique. Cooking during power outages is another area where aluminum foil shines. Heavy-duty foil can be used to create makeshift ovens, steam vegetables, bake fish, and even make bread using nothing but campfires or portable gas burners. During the 2022 derecho that left thousands without power, families relied on foil packets to prepare meals safely and efficiently. Foil's ability to create airtight seals also helps preserve cooked food longer without refrigeration. And then there's its potential for water purification. By lining a cardboard box with foil, you can create a solar oven capable of reaching temperatures over 200 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to pasteurize water and cook food safely. In arid climates, foil can also be used to collect dew. Shaped into funnels or trays, it can capture morning condensation, providing a surprising amount of clean drinking water. Foil's uses don't stop there. It can serve as an emergency signaling device, reflecting sunlight to create highly visible signals for aircraft or rescue teams. It can also insulate shelters, keeping them cooler in extreme heat or warmer in freezing conditions. To get the most out of aluminum foil, stock up on heavy-duty rolls. The 18-inch wide, thicker gauge varieties are more durable and versatile, making them ideal for survival scenarios. At around $8 per roll, it's a small investment for a tool that could save your life in countless ways. 3. Dental floss, the invisible survival lifeline. Dental floss might seem like an odd addition to a survival kit, but don't let its humble appearance fool you. This tiny, unassuming bathroom essential is a survivalist's secret weapon, offering strength, versatility, and practicality in a package smaller than a deck of cards. Let's talk about its strength. A single strand of quality dental floss can support up to 30 pounds of weight, stronger than most kitchen twine. This makes it incredibly useful for tasks that require durable cordage. Special forces personnel often carry dental floss for this very reason. Its nearly invisible profile and incredible strength make it ideal for situations where traditional rope or string would be too bulky or conspicuous. Consider the story of a family stranded during the 2023 Vermont floods. When the bridge to their property washed out, they needed to get emergency medication to an elderly neighbor across a swollen creek. Using dental floss, they rigged a zip line system that successfully transported supplies across 40 feet of dangerous water. Dental floss also excels as a fishing line. Its clear varieties are nearly invisible underwater, giving you an edge over traditional fishing lines. Paired with improvised hooks made from safety pins or tabs, it becomes a lightweight, portable fishing system. For emergency repairs, dental floss outperforms regular thread. It can stitch through materials like backpack straps, tent fabric, and clothing that would shred normal thread. The waxy coating on some varieties even helps create water-resistant seams. In medical emergencies, dental floss can serve as a last resort suture material. Wilderness medical experts have used it to close wounds in remote locations where proper medical supplies weren't available. While not ideal, it's a life-saving option in dire situations. Floss's cutting capabilities are another surprise. When pulled taut and sawed back and forth, it can slice through soft materials like cheese, clay, tape, and even zip ties. This makes it a handy tool for situations where knives or scissors aren't available. Its security applications are equally impressive. Dental floss can be used to set up nearly invisible tripwires around your shelter, alerting you to intruders or animals. Its flexibility and strength also make it perfect for lashing together framework materials when building shelters. To maximize its utility, choose unwaxed floss for tasks like knot tying and cutting, as it holds better and cuts more effectively. Waxed varieties are better for repairs and fishing. Brands like Oral-B and Johnson & Johnson consistently test stronger than generic alternatives. At under $3 per container, dental floss is an affordable, lightweight addition to any survival kit. Keep one in your car, one in your emergency bag, and one in your everyday carry. When conventional tools fail, this invisible lifeline might just save the day. 4. Baking soda, the survival chemistry kit. That little orange box sitting in your kitchen cabinet is more than just a baking ingredient, it's a survivalist's dream. Baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, is a powerhouse of chemistry that can solve a dozen emergency problems, yet it's often overlooked by preppers. Its versatility and affordability make it an essential addition to any survival kit. Let's start with its medical applications. Did you know that baking soda can outperform specialized antacids in emergency situations? Research from Stanford University highlights its effectiveness in neutralizing stomach acid. During high-stress scenarios, your body often overproduces stomach acid, leading to painful gastric issues that can leave you incapacitated. A simple solution of half a teaspoon of baking soda mixed in water provides almost instant relief. Emergency room doctors have relied on this trick for decades when commercial antacids weren't available. The chemical reaction neutralizes excess acid, restoring your ability to think clearly and act decisively, something that's critical in a crisis. Baking soda also doubles as a fire suppressant. During power outages, when people resort to alternative cooking methods, grease fires can become a real danger. Unlike water, which spreads grease fires, baking soda releases carbon dioxide when it comes into contact with flames, smothering the fire instantly. This simple kitchen staple could save your home, or even your life in a matter of seconds. Personal hygiene is another area where baking soda shines. In extended emergencies, when showers and toiletries are hard to come by, baking soda becomes a lifesaver. It can be used as an emergency toothpaste, effectively removing plaque and freshening breath. A light dusting under your arms or in your shoes works as a makeshift deodorant, keeping odor at bay when you're in close quarters with others. Its antifungal properties also make it an excellent treatment for athlete's foot or other skin irritations. But the benefits don't stop there. Baking soda's pH balancing properties make it a key ingredient in emergency electrolyte solutions. Mixed with salt and water, it can prevent dehydration during extreme heat or illness. A paramedic in Florida once used this exact formula during Hurricane Milton to save an elderly couple who had no access to medical supplies. The recipe? Half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and 4 cups of clean water. It's not the tastiest drink, but it performs just as well as expensive medical-grade hydration solutions. Baking soda also excels in treating skin irritations. A paste made from baking soda and water can neutralize insect stings, poison ivy reactions, and minor burns. Its alkaline nature counteracts acidic toxins, providing relief when medical supplies are unavailable. For cleaning, baking soda is a game changer. During California's drought restrictions, families discovered they could clean entire kitchens using just a damp cloth and a sprinkle of baking soda, using less than a cup of water in total. Its mild abrasive action cuts through grease and grime without requiring extensive rinsing, making it ideal for water-scarce situations. Finally, baking soda can extend the freshness of your food during power outages. Sprinkling it around food storage areas absorbs moisture and odors that accelerate spoilage, potentially adding days to the life of your perishables. Serious preppers even vacuum seal baking soda in meal-sized portions to extend its shelf life from 6 months to over 3 years. At under $5 for a 5-pound bag, baking soda is an affordable, versatile tool that could save your life in countless ways. It's not just a kitchen staple, it's a survival essential. 5. Duct tape the emergency room in a roll. Duct tape might just be the most underrated survival tool in existence. It's cheap, versatile, and incredibly effective in a wide range of emergency scenarios. Every emergency responder carries duct tape, and once you understand its potential, you'll never look at it the same way again. Let's start with disaster-proofing your home. During Hurricane Ian, homeowners shared real-life stories of using duct tape to hold shattered windows together throughout the storm. One Reddit user documented how they crisscrossed their front window with duct tape and reinforced it with plastic sheeting. This simple setup completely prevented water entry while their neighbors' unprotected homes flooded within minutes. This isn't just theory, it's tested, proven disaster control from a $5 roll of tape. Duct tape's structural applications go far beyond windows. It can temporarily reinforce failing roof sections, seal broken pipes, and patch water containers. Its waterproof adhesive maintains its bond even underwater, making it ideal for urgent fixes until proper repairs can be made. In medical emergencies, duct tape transforms into a life-saving tool. It can be used to create splints for broken bones, secure bandages for severe cuts, and even fashion makeshift slings for arm injuries. Hikers have relied on duct tape for years to prevent blisters during long treks. Some even wrap duct tape around their water bottles for easy access during emergencies. Duct tape also plays a critical role in securing your environment. During earthquakes or aftershocks, cabinet doors can burst open, sending sharp objects flying. A few strips of duct tape can secure these doors, preventing injuries from broken glass and dishes. It can also reinforce door locks during evacuations, deterring opportunistic break-ins. For shelter improvements, duct tape is invaluable. It can seal gaps that let in wind, rain, or insects, helping to maintain a comfortable temperature inside. During power outages, this can be the difference between staying warm and risking hypothermia. Duct tape even has stealth applications. Black duct tape can be used to cover windows during nighttime power outages, preventing light from escaping and attracting unwanted attention. It can also silence noisy gear during evacuations, reducing the risk of detection in dangerous situations. The improvisation factor is what truly sets duct tape apart. At a 2023 Preparedness Expo, demonstrators showed how torn tarps and coat hangers could be turned into functional water buckets using only duct tape. The resulting container held 3 gallons of water without leaking, a life-saving innovation during boil notices or water shortages. To get the most out of duct tape, invest in heavy-duty varieties. These withstand more stress and maintain their adhesive strength in extreme temperatures and wet conditions. For convenience, wrap several feet of tape around flashlights, water bottles, or other emergency gear. This way, you'll always have it on hand without carrying bulky rolls. At just $5 per roll, duct tape is a low-cost, high-impact tool that could become the MVP of your emergency strategy. When crisis hits, it's not the flashy gadgets that save lives, it's the simple, versatile tools like duct tape. 6. Vacuum sealer, the silent survival multiplier. That vacuum sealer collecting dust in your kitchen cabinet might be the most underrated survival tool you own. It's not just for keeping food fresh, it's a game changer in emergency preparedness. When Hurricane Ian hit Florida in 2022, families with vacuum sealers reported incredible results. Their food lasted 5 times longer than traditional storage methods during the 2-week recovery period. One family saved over $600 worth of meat alone, while their neighbors threw out hundreds of dollars of spoiled groceries. The science is simple: vacuum sealing removes oxygen, the primary culprit in food spoilage. But its survival applications go far beyond food preservation. Document protection is one of its most overlooked uses. During floods, storms, or evacuations, important documents like insurance policies, medical records, and identification can be destroyed. Vacuum sealing these items makes them waterproof and damage resistant. A FEMA worker once noted that water damage destroys more critical personal documents than fire, making this protection invaluable. Vacuum sealing also protects electronics, medications, matches, and spare batteries. During camping tests, vacuum-sealed phones and wallets stayed completely dry during unexpected rainstorms, while unprotected items suffered expensive water damage. Space efficiency is another major benefit. Vacuum-sealed supplies take up 40% less space than traditional storage methods, allowing you to fit a 3-month emergency supply in a closet instead of an entire basement. Modern vacuum sealers address power outage concerns directly. Battery-powered models can operate during blackouts, and some even run on portable power banks. The FoodSaver PowerVac 2000, for example, can seal 50 packages on a single charge, making it perfect for extended emergencies. Vacuum sealing also extends the shelf life of prescription medications, keeping them potent for longer. For families managing chronic conditions, this could mean the difference between life and death during supply chain disruptions. Even ice preservation becomes more effective with vacuum sealing. Families have used it to keep medications and insulin cold during grid failures, extending cooling power far beyond traditional methods. At around $75, a vacuum sealer is an investment that pays for itself the first time you face an extended emergency. It preserves food, protects valuables, maximizes storage space, and keeps functioning even during power outages. In a crisis, it's not just a convenience, it's a survival multiplier. 7. Hand crank radio, your lifeline to critical information. When Hurricane Ian slammed into Florida, it left 6 million residents in the dark, literally and figuratively. With power knocked out, most people lost all connection to the outside world. No phones, no internet, no way to know what was happening beyond their immediate surroundings. But there was one group of people who stayed informed and prepared: those who owned a hand crank radio. Here's the shocking truth: only 12% of Americans include a radio in their emergency kits. That's a potentially life-threatening oversight. During the California wildfires, for example, cellular networks crashed under the weight of massive demand and physical damage to towers. Yet, hand crank radio owners were still receiving real-time updates on evacuation routes and emergency alerts. One woman credited her radio with saving her life after she heard a warning about a road that became engulfed in flames just 30 minutes later. Modern hand crank radios are far more advanced than you might think. Take the Midland 310, for example. This device doesn't just provide access to AM, FM, and NOAA weather channels, it also doubles as a power bank. With just 6 minutes of cranking, you can charge your phone enough to make a critical call. In a true emergency, that connection to family or emergency services could mean everything. Weather alert systems have also evolved dramatically. The National Weather Service now broadcasts hyperlocal warnings specific to your county. These radios automatically pick up alerts about tornadoes, flash floods, chemical spills, and other immediate threats even while you're sleeping. That extra warning time could be the difference between reaching safety and being caught in a life-threatening situation. The beauty of a hand crank radio lies in its independence. While others rely on failing infrastructure, these radios operate completely off-grid. 1 minute of cranking provides about 15 minutes of listening time, and many models include solar panels for passive charging during daylight hours. This means you'll always have access to critical information, no matter how long the power is out. The psychological benefits of a hand crank radio shouldn't be underestimated either. During isolation and uncertainty, hearing human voices and staying informed can provide enormous comfort. It reminds you that the world is still functioning and that help is on the way. Modern emergency radios are also built to last. Weather-resistant cases protect against rain and humidity, while shock-resistant designs can survive drops and rough handling. Their signal reception often outperforms smartphones, especially during network overloads. Radio broadcasts continue to function when cellular systems fail, ensuring you stay connected when it matters most. At around $35, a hand crank radio is an affordable and invaluable tool for any emergency kit. When conventional communication systems fail, this simple device could provide the critical information you need to navigate safely through a crisis. 8 tea tree oil, nature's emergency medicine cabinet. While others scramble for expensive antibiotics and first aid supplies during a crisis, you could have a $12 bottle of tea tree oil that addresses dozens of emergency health problems. This natural remedy is a powerhouse of antimicrobial properties capable of tackling bacteria, fungi, and viruses with remarkable efficiency. Tea tree oil's primary active compound, terpenin 4-OL, is so effective that hospitals now use pharmaceutical-grade versions to treat antibiotic-resistant infections. But you don't need a prescription to harness its power. A small bottle of pure therapeutic-grade tea tree oil can become your go-to solution for a wide range of emergencies. For skin issues, tea tree oil is invaluable. Cuts, scrapes, insect bites, and fungal infections respond remarkably well to diluted applications. Unlike antibiotic creams that expire and lose potency, tea tree oil maintains its effectiveness indefinitely when stored properly. Respiratory relief is another area where tea tree oil shines. During wildfires or dust storms, when air quality plummets, adding a few drops to hot water for steam inhalation can clear congested sinuses and soothe irritated airways. This simple remedy requires no specialized equipment and provides immediate relief. Dental emergencies can also be managed with tea tree oil. Tooth itches, gum infections, and mouth sores respond to careful applications of diluted oil. While it's not a replacement for professional dental care, it can prevent minor issues from escalating into serious infections when help isn't immediately available. In humid conditions where fungal infections like athlete's foot and nail fungus can spread rapidly, tea tree oil is a game changer. Its antifungal properties not only treat these conditions but also prevent them from taking hold in the first place. Tea tree oil is also an excellent household disinfectant. During water shortages, when cleaning becomes a challenge, tea tree oil solutions can sanitize surfaces without requiring extensive rinsing. Its antimicrobial action continues working long after application, providing lasting protection. The psychological benefits of tea tree oil shouldn't be overlooked. Its distinctive scent has proven stress-reducing properties, making it a valuable tool for maintaining mental resilience during prolonged emergencies. A small comfort like a familiar, pleasant aroma can significantly boost morale. A little goes a long way with tea tree oil. A single bottle can treat hundreds of applications when properly diluted, making it incredibly space-efficient for emergency kits. Just be sure to choose pure therapeutic-grade tea tree oil from Australian Manuka alternifolia for maximum medicinal value. Cheaper synthetic versions lack the beneficial compound concentrations. For safety, always dilute tea tree oil before applying it to the skin, typically 1 to 2 drops per tablespoon of carrier oil. Store it in a dark glass bottle away from heat to preserve its potency for years. At just $12, tea tree oil is a small investment with massive returns. It's a natural pharmacy in a bottle, ready to tackle infections, respiratory issues, dental problems, and more when conventional medical care isn't available. 9 Mylar Immersi blankets, the space-age survival tool. They may look like something out of a sci-fi movie, but Mylar emergency blankets are one of the most effective and affordable survival tools you can own. Developed by NASA, these crinkly metallic sheets are designed to reflect up to 90% of your body heat back to you, making them a lifesaver in freezing conditions. During the 2021 Texas freeze, families without power discovered just how effective these blankets could be. While their neighbors suffered from dangerous cold exposure, those with Mylar blankets stayed warm enough to sleep comfortably, even as indoor temperatures plummeted below freezing. But Mylar blankets aren't just for cold weather. Their reflective properties work in reverse during extreme heat. By facing the reflective side outward, you can deflect solar radiation and keep your shelter significantly cooler. This makes them invaluable for emergency shelter construction in both hot and cold climates. Mylar blankets also excel at signaling for help. Their highly reflective surface creates mirror-like signals that are visible from miles away, making them an essential tool for search and rescue situations. Rescuers specifically look for these reflective flashes during aerial searches, so having one could mean the difference between being found and being overlooked. Ground insulation is another critical use. When sleeping on cold surfaces like concrete or frozen ground, Mylar blankets create a thermal barrier that prevents heat loss through conduction. This can be the difference between staying warm and succumbing to hypothermia. Their versatility doesn't stop there. Mylar's reflective properties can be used to construct solar ovens capable of cooking food and pasteurizing water without any fuel. They can also be used to waterproof shelters, create vapor barriers, and even collect water when shaped into funnels. The psychological benefits of Mylar blankets are just as important as their physical uses. Staying warm and dry dramatically improves morale and decision-making capacity during stressful situations. Physical comfort directly supports mental resilience, which is crucial in a crisis. Modern Mylar blankets are more durable than ever. While earlier versions tore easily, newer models resist punctures and tears while maintaining their essential reflective and insulation properties. They're also incredibly lightweight and compact, making them easy to store in glove compartments, desk drawers, or emergency kits. At under $2 per blanket, Mylar emergency blankets offer an unbeatable value-to-benefit ratio. Stock up on several and keep them in multiple locations. They're so inexpensive that redundancy is a no-brainer. Conclusion, be ready for the unexpected. Surviving a crisis isn't about having the most expensive gadgets or the latest high-tech gear. It's about being resourceful, prepared, and understanding the power of everyday items. The 9 surprising products we've covered: honey, aluminum foil, dental floss, baking soda, duct tape, vacuum sealers, hand crank radios, tea tree oil, and Mylar emergency blankets prove that survival tools don't have to be complicated or costly. Each of these items brings unique, life-saving benefits to the table. From honey's timeless medicinal properties to the versatility of duct tape, the practicality of a hand crank radio, and the space-age efficiency of Mylar blankets, these tools are simple, affordable, and incredibly effective. They're not just survival gear, they're problem solvers, morale boosters, and lifelines when everything else fails. The best part? You can build a comprehensive emergency kit with all 9 items for less than $150. That's a small price to pay for peace of mind and the ability to protect yourself and your loved ones when disaster strikes. Preparedness isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. It's about knowing that you have the tools, knowledge, and resilience to face whatever challenges come your way. So take the time to stock up on these 9 essentials, learn how to use them, and be ready for the unexpected. Because when the next crisis hits, these simple, overlooked items could make all the difference. Stay safe, stay prepared, and remember, survival starts with the choices you make today.